Hi everyone, I'm Miu from Susan's family. Today I'm bringing you a nomadic patchwork coat. From the 4Cs Tour series, this garment comes in two styles, vest and coat. The crocheting methods are similar, both are divided into the back body, right and left front bodies, hems, and front bands, cuffs and horn buttons. The coat also has sleeves. After completing the garment, there will be remaining yarn. You can use it to crochet a bag. Now I'll demonstrate using the vest as an example. Differences for the coat will be explained separately. Pay attention when crocheting the finished product. Some sections use one strand of yarn, while others require two strands together. These two strands might be the same yarn. They could also be two different yarns. For different yarns, take each strand separately and join them together. For the same yarn, you can take from both the center and outer ring of the skein simultaneously. Combine them as one strand for crocheting. Remember to refer to the pattern when taking yarn. First, learn the back body. It's divided into left back and right back. The left and right here refer to when the garment is worn. After completion, join the left and right back pieces together. Start by crocheting the left back piece. We will start from foundation chain, working back and forth in rows. Decreases are needed at the left side armhole and back neck. Several crochet stitches will be applied, all marked on the chart, so we won't list them one by one here. Please watch my demonstration of the specific crochet method. Start with a chain stitch. Take the corresponding yarn. Remember to refer to the chart when taking yarn. Work with two strands of yarn together. For the swatch to make it easier to watch, we use one strand of cotton yarn for demonstration. When we mention one strand, later, it actually corresponds to two strands. The swatch here uses random colors for specific yarn, color scheme and hook size. Please refer to the detail page of our product and paper instructions. Start by making a slip knot. Gently tighten. Then work chain stitches. Don't make the chains too tight. The stitch count here is random for the swatch. Please refer to the chart for the exact number of chains. This completes the casting on. Now work row 1. Read the chart from right to left. Chain 3 as the beginning chain for double crochet, which counts as one double crochet. On the 5th chain from the end, pick up the front loop. Work 1 double crochet. One chain stitch. Skip 2 chains below. Into the next chain. Pick up the half stitch and work a DC3 together in one. First work into the same stitch. Make 3 incomplete double crochets. Yarn over. Insert the hook. Pull the yarn through. 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. First stitch completed. Continue to crochet the second stitch. Yarn over. Insert the hook. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Second stitch completed. Continue to crochet one more stitch. Last yarn over, and draw through in once. 1 DC3 together in one completed. Hereafter referred to as bobble stitch. Continue with 2 chain stitches. In the same position underneath. Crochet 1 more bobble stitch. First make 3 incomplete double crochets. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. Bobble stitch completed. Continue with 1 chain stitch. We'll consider the following crochet stitches after the double crochet as 1 bobble stitch pattern. Treat it as 1 bobble stitch pattern. Skip 2 stitches underneath. Pay attention to the chain stitch on the left side. It might get covered. Don't miss it. Correspondingly make 5 double crochets. Afterwards on the chain stitch. Always pick up the front loop to insert the hook. After completion, crochet 1 bobble stitch pattern, which is 1 chain stitch. Skip 2 stitches. On the same chain stitch, crochet 2 bobble stitches, with 2 chain stitches as transition between them. Finish with 1 chain stitch. The bobble stitch pattern is completed. Continue by skipping 2 stitches and correspondingly making 5 double crochets. This row continues downward, alternating between crocheting bobble stitch patterns and 5 double crochets. On both sides of the bobble stitch insertion point, skip 2 stitches each time. Continue crocheting to finish this row. After completing the last bobble stitch pattern, crochet 2 double crochets on the last 2 stitches. Row 1 is completed. We'll use the side with clearer texture as the right side of the entire piece, which is the side where the starting yarn tail is on the left. Continue crocheting row 2. Read the pattern chart from left to right, make 3 beginning chains. Corresponding to the edge double crochet. Turn the workpiece counterclockwise. Crochet 1 double crochet on the left side double crochet. Note that when working on the wrong side, the stitches are on the upper left. Don't crochet into the stitch under the turning chain. Don't make the double crochets too tight. Then crochet a puff stitch pattern in the chain space. At the center of the previous row's puff stitch pattern. After completing that, on the previous row's continuous double crochets, correspondingly make 5 double crochets. Take a look. This row is crocheting puff stitch patterns corresponding to the puff stitch patterns of the previous row, and double crochets corresponding to the continuous double crochets of the previous row. Follow this method to complete the row. After finishing the last puff stitch pattern, make 1 double crochet in the last double crochet. Then make 1 more double crochet in the edge turning chain. Pay attention to pick up the top chain of the beginning chain. Hook both strands of yarn together. Row 2 is completed. Move on to row 3. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Turn the work. Make 1 double crochet on the left stitch. Then follow the method of row 2. Crochet the puff stitch pattern, and 5 double crochets accordingly. Complete this row. Make the last double crochet in the turning chain. Pick up the top chain to hook both strands together. Row 3 is done. For rows 4 to 6 afterward, work back and forth following row 3's method. Pay attention after completing row 4. Measure the fabric pieces dimensions. Compare them with the chart's given data. If there's a significant difference, adjust your tension and recrochet. To avoid affecting the finished product's size, maintain consistent tension when crocheting afterward. Now I'll continue demonstrating row 7 with a swatch. Start following the pattern chart. After completing the last group of double crochets, make 1 chain stitch into the middle hole of the puff stitch pattern below. Make a bobble stitch of 1 double crochet, and 2 half double crochets. First make an incomplete double crochet. Then make 2 incomplete half double crochets. Yarn over. Insert. Draw the yarn through. Complete the first stitch. Continue with the second stitch. Yarn over. Insert. Draw the yarn through. Complete the second stitch. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. The bobble stitch of 1 double crochet, and 2 half double crochets is completed. Continue with 1 chain stitch. First make 2 incomplete half double crochets. Then make 1 incomplete double crochet. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. The bobble stitch of 2 half double crochets and 1 double crochet is completed. Continue with 1 chain stitch. Correspondingly make 2 double crochets at the ending. Row 7 is completed. Continue to crochet row 8. Pay attention, starting from this row. The stitch patterns for the vest and cardigan are different. The swatch demonstrates using the vest as an example. Those crocheting the cardigan can learn the method. Then refer to the pattern chart to crochet. No further reminders will be given afterwards. Start by carrying the yarn across. Pull up the loop. Thread the yarn ball or fabric through the loop. Tighten. Turn the work. Refer to the chart to find the beginning of this row. Draw the yarn through. Floating yarn tension close to the fabric. The carrying yarn technique is done. Move on to 3 chain stitches. Skip 2 stitches below. Make 2 single crochets correspondingly. Work 1 half double crochet into the left chain space. Work 1 double crochet into the next 2 chain space. 1 chain stitch, and 1 bobble stitch. One chain stitch. Continue crocheting accordingly using the previous method. Once completed, row 8 is done. Now work row 9. Start crocheting according to the chart. After completing the last 4 double crochets, work 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. Work 1 single crochet into the chain space. 2 chain stitches. Work 1 slip stitch into the left chain space. Pull tight. Row 9 is complete. Continue to crochet row 10. Begin by carrying the yarn across. Same method as before. Turn the work. Make 3 beginning chains after completing. Work 1 double crochet decrease on the 2 stitches on the left side. First make 2 incomplete double crochets. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. The double crochet decrease is done. Continue crocheting accordingly as before. Row 10 is completed after finishing. Move on to row 11. Start crocheting based on the pattern chart. After completing the last 5 double crochets, chain 1, in the middle chain space of the bobble stitch pattern below, make 1 bobble stitch. Two chains. 1 double crochet, 3 bobble stitches together. First make 3 incomplete double crochets in the same space. Then on the edge double crochet decrease stitch. Work 1 incomplete double crochet. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. The double crochet 3 bobble stitches together is completed. Leave the turning chain unworked. Row 11 is done. For the following rows, continue working back and forth. Decrease on the left side edge by changing stitch techniques. Pay attention to the insertion point on the edge, refer to the chart. Leave some beginning chains unworked. Work even for the remaining part. Work all the way down to the third to last row. Note that the stitch technique changes at the end of the third to last row for the coat. Don't make a mistake. Everyone follow the pattern to complete this section. There's one more thing to note. At the end of row 11 on the left back piece of the coat, you'll encounter a new stitch technique. Double crochet 3 stitches together. I'll demonstrate this technique with a swatch here. Position is random. First pick the corresponding position. Crochet 3 incomplete double crochets. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. Double crochet 3 stitches together is completed. For the back part of the coat, continue crocheting by following the pattern. During the crocheting process, you might run out of yarn, which requires joining new yarn. I'll demonstrate the joining method with a swatch here. Tie a knot with the new yarn on the yarn tail that needs joining. Push it to the bottom. Tidy it up. Keep the knot and yarn tail on the wrong side of the fabric. Then continue crocheting, which makes it convenient to weave in the ends. You can weave them in together. For positions where it's not convenient to weave in the ends, just follow the texture on the backside to secure the yarn tail. You can weave in a few more stitches. Trim off the excess tail. This is the method for joining yarn. Next I'll demonstrate the second to last row with a swatch. Start with 3 chain stitches. Turn the work. Skip 3 stitches and make 2 single crochets. 1 chain stitch. Work 1 half double crochet in the bobble stitch. One chain stitch. Work 1 half double crochet in the next bobble stitch. Follow the pattern chart for the rest. Pay attention to match the stitch patterns at the ending part according to the chart. The swatch has fewer stitches here. Pay attention to your actual project as the reference. Once the last 2 half double crochets are complete, the second to last row is finished. The starting position for the next row is far away. You can carry the yarn across here, or you can break the yarn. I'll demonstrate the method of breaking and joining yarn here. Secure with 1 chain stitch, stretch the loop, leave a 5 cm yarn tail and cut off. Pull tight, turn the work, now crochet the last row. Find the starting position for this row. Join the yarn. You can make a knot. Draw the loop through. Adjust it. Joining the yarn is done. For subsequent starting positions, you can follow this method. Then refer to the chart for crocheting. You can tidy up the yarn tails together. After completing the last 2 chain stitches, skip 2 slip stitches. Here the oval-shaped slip stitch doesn't need to be tightened. Simply cut the yarn. The last row is completed. The crocheting of the left back piece is also explained. Next, learn the right back piece. Use the foundation chain method. Work back and forth in rows. Decrease stitches at the right underarm and left neckline. The new stitch technique used is front post double crochet and front post treble crochet. Please watch my demonstration of the specific crocheting method. First, refer to the chart to make the corresponding number of chains. The swatch has been prepared in advance. Stitch count is random. Now crochet row 1. First, make 3 beginning chains. Return to find the 7th chain from the end. Pick up the front loop and work 2 double crochets. One chain stitch and 2 double crochets. We consider these 5 stitches as one double crochet cluster. Continue skipping 2 stitches and work 1 double crochet. Skip 2 stitches and work 1 cluster. After completing, skip 2 stitches, work 1 double crochet. This row is skipping 2 stitches apart. Alternate between double crochet clusters and double crochets. Repeat this process to complete the row. The last double crochet perfectly lands on the first chain stitch. The first row is done. We consider the side with clearer texture as the right side of the piece. Continue to crochet the second row, make 3 beginning chains. Turn the work into the middle chain space of the double crochet cluster. Work a double crochet cluster. Single double crochet uses front post stitch symbol. Since the chart shows the right side texture, here on wrong side work opposite stitch technique. Back post double crochet, yarn over. From right to left behind the post pick up the double crochet. Pull the yarn through. Slightly enlarge the loop. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat twice. Back post double crochet completed. Height matches the right side approximately. Turn the fabric over to check. Texture corresponds to the chart. Continue working double crochet cluster in the middle space of the pattern. On the left side single double crochet work 1 back post double crochet, yarn over. Behind the post pick up the double crochet. Work 1 double crochet. Back post double crochet completed. Alternate crocheting double crochet cluster, and back post double crochet below. Complete this row. Finally work 1 double crochet in the turning chain. Row 2 completed. Crochet row 3 below. Make 3 beginning chains first. Turn the work. On the left side space work 1 double crochet cluster. Work 1 front post double crochet at the chain stitch position. Yarn over. Pick up the corresponding chain from right to left in front. Draw the yarn through. Enlarge the loop. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops twice. Repeat twice. Front post double crochet completed. Continue to work 1 double crochet cluster correspondingly. Work front post double crochet on the chain stitch, yarn over. Pick up the chain in front. Work 1 double crochet. Front post double crochet completed. Continue alternating double crochet clusters and front post double crochets at the back. Complete this row. Finally, work 1 double crochet on the beginning chain. Row 3 completed. Rows 4 to 7 next. Follow the method of rows 2 to 3 for sequence crocheting. Ending section of row 8. Some double crochets become half double crochets. Pay attention not to crochet the wrong stitches. When crocheting, compare with the first few rows of the left back piece. The width should be roughly the same. The height on the underarm side should also roughly correspond. If there is a significant difference, adjust your tension and recrochet. To avoid affecting the finished product's appearance, continue working back and forth for the following rows. Note that the right underarm position requires changing stitch techniques for decreasing. Continue carrying the yarn across where needed. Refer to the chart for the insertion position of the edge. Some 3 chain stitches as beginning chains, and 2 chain stitches as beginning chains are left unworked. All stitch techniques used have been demonstrated before. Complete the 4th to last row by following the chart. Check the dimensions against the left back piece while crocheting. Finish it up. Next, I'll demonstrate the 3rd to last row using a swatch. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Turn the work. Work a double crochet. Here is the symbol for front post treble crochet. Work back post treble crochets on the wrong side. Yarn over twice. From right to left, pick up the chain stitch underneath from behind. Pull the yarn through. Slightly enlarge the loop. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. Complete the back post treble crochets. Work another double crochet. Now I'll demonstrate the technique for back post treble crochets again. Yarn over twice. Pick up the chain stitch from behind. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. Back post treble crochets completed. Continue to follow the chart and finish this row. The 3rd to last row is completed. Pay attention to the stitch pattern change at the end of the 3rd to last row for the coat. Don't make a mistake. Continue with the 2nd to last row. Work 4 chain stitches first. Turn the work. Skip these 4 stitches and work 1 single crochet. Work 1 front post double crochet on the chain stitch. Work 1 double crochet in the left chain space. 1 half double crochet. 1 chain stitch. And 2 double crochets. Work 1 front post treble crochet on the next chain stitch. Yarn over twice. Pick up the chain stitch from right to left in front. Draw the yarn through. Slightly enlarge the loop. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. Completed a front post treble crochet. Continue crocheting according to the chart. Pay attention to stitch pattern changes at the end. The stitch count here in the swatch is not for reference. Cut the yarn off. The second to last row is done. For the last row, join yarn and crochet following the pattern. Cut the yarn at the end. Everyone just complete it. This concludes the explanation for crocheting the right back piece. Finally, join together the sides of the left and right back pieces corresponding to the back neck. Here, we're working on the wrong side. Simultaneously inserting into one edge stitch, and making a single crochet, with 3 chain stitches as a bridge between them for joining. First place the left and right back pieces right sides together. Mark the starting point and neck opening row corresponding positions with stitch markers. Secure well. If you don't have stitch markers, you can also use safety pins or paper clips instead. Yarn tails can work too, since the row counts don't match here. You can secure at several points in the middle to ensure the fabric pieces align evenly. Then pick up one edge stitch and correspondingly make single crochets. The exact position of the single crochets doesn't matter. Match the front and back of the fabric, just connect them evenly. The transition chains in the middle can also be adjusted according to actual needs. For specific joining method, please refer to the demonstration video below. Below demonstrates connecting 2 fabric pieces using single crochets and chains. Place the 2 fabric pieces with right sides together. Wrong sides facing out, overlapping them properly. Insert the hook into the beginning chains at both corner positions. Join the yarn. Make 1 chain as the beginning chain. Work 1 single crochet in the same stitch. Then crochet chain stitches as a bridge. The number of chains refers to the chart. Here work 3 chains. Next, insert the hook into the left side position. Pay attention to inserting into both front and back fabric pieces simultaneously. Work 1 single crochet. Then crochet chain stitches as a bridge. Then insert into both fabric pieces at the same time. Work single crochets. Continue crocheting chains and single crochets. Make sure the front and back fabric pieces are aligned. Don't misalign them. The placement of the stitch for single crochet isn't fixed. While crocheting, keep the fabric piece flat. Continue connecting this edge. Cut the yarn when completed. This edge is now joined. This is the front side effect. After joining is done, the back body explanation is finished. Next, learn the left and right front pieces. Crochet them separately, then match and join with the back body. First, learn the left front piece. Use the foundation chain method. Work back and forth in rows. Decrease at the armhole position. The new stitch technique used is front post treble crochet decrease and single crochet decrease. Please watch my demonstration of the specific crocheting method. First, refer to the chart to chain the corresponding number. The swatch has been prepared in advance. Stitch count is random. Now work row 1. Note that we read the chart from left to right here. Make 3 beginning chains, starting from the 5th stitch from the end. Pick up the top loop of the chain and work double crochet correspondingly. Complete this row. After finishing all stitches, row 1 is done. Move on to row 2. Make 3 beginning chains. Turn the work. Work 2 double crochets in the first 2 stitches on the left side. Skip 1 stitch on the left and work 1 double crochet. Work 1 front post treble crochet decrease. First, make 2 incomplete front post treble crochets. Yarn over twice. Pick up the insertion point of the previous double crochet from the front. Second double crochet on the right side. Pull the yarn through. Slightly enlarge the loop. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat 2 times. First stitch completed. Continue to crochet the second stitch. Yarn over twice. Pick up the insertion point of the previous double crochet from the front. Second double crochet on the left side. Pull the yarn through. Slightly enlarge the loop. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat 2 times. Second stitch completed. Yarn over and draw through the remaining loops in once. Front post treble crochet decrease is done. The braid on the upper right is the stitch. Next, at the insertion point of the previous double crochet, work 1 double crochet. Pay attention to insert the hook from behind. After completion, the front and back stitches form this crossing. Continue to work 1 double crochet on the skipped stitch on the left side. This stitch corresponds to the second double crochet at the beginning. Perfectly matches the long stitch, where the front post treble crochet decrease was made. We consider these 4 double crochets and 1 front post treble crochet decrease as one pattern. Repeat. Continue with 1 chain stitch. Skip 1 stitch and correspondingly make 3 double crochets. One chain stitch. Skip 1 stitch. Make 1 more pattern repeat. Continue to skip 1 stitch and work 1 double crochet. One front post treble crochet decrease. At the previous double crochet insertion point. On the double crochets spaced 1 stitch apart on both sides. Work 1 incomplete front post treble crochet on each. Finally yarn over and draw through all loops in once. Front post treble crochet decrease completed. Continue to work 1 double crochet at the same insertion point behind the post. Work 1 double crochet. Skip 1 stitch on the left side, and work 1 double crochet. Pattern repeat completed. Check if both sides correspond. Continue with 1 chain stitch. Skip 1 stitch and work 3 double crochets correspondingly. This row is spaced 1 stitch apart. Alternate crocheting pattern repeats and 3 double crochets. With 1 chain stitch as transition between them. Repeat this process to complete the row. After finishing the last pattern repeat. 1 chain stitch. Skip 1 stitch and work 2 double crochets correspondingly. Row 2 completed. We will take the side with raised texture of the pattern repeat as the right side of the fabric piece. Continue to crochet row 3. First make 1 chain stitch as the beginning chain for the single crochet, which doesn't count as 1 stitch. Turn the work. Starting from the edge stitch, work single crochets correspondingly. Work 1 single crochet in each chain space. Repeat this process to complete the row. Work the last single crochet on the beginning chain. Row 3 completed. Now crochet row 4. Make 3 beginning chains. Turn the work. Work 1 double crochet on the left stitch. Now crochet a pattern repeat. Pay attention when decreasing with front post treble crochets. Insert the hook into the first and last double crochets of the pattern. Repeat below. Continue to complete the pattern. Repeat. Match the patterns above and below. Continue with 1 chain, 3 double crochets. Remember to skip stitches. No further reminders from now on. 1 chain, 1 pattern. Repeat. Pay attention to decreasing with front post treble crochets by picking up the first and last double crochets of the pattern. Repeat below. Check after completing. This row's technique is similar to row 2. Only the picking up position for the pattern repeat differs. All subsequent pattern repeat pickups follow this demonstration. Continue to finish this row according to the chart. Once the last 2 double crochets are complete, row 4 is finished. For row 5, continue using the same method as row 3. Correspondingly make single crochets. Complete it. Now you can measure the fabric piece's dimensions. Put together with the chart's data. If there's a big difference, adjust your tension and recrochet. To avoid affecting the finished product's size, then follow the method of rows 4-5. Work the sequence downward. Pay attention starting from row 11. Decrease stitches on the right side. Carry the yarn across where needed. Here you'll encounter a new stitch technique, single crochet decrease. Please watch the demonstration. Here I'll demonstrate using a swatch. First make 2 incomplete single crochets. Insert. Pull the yarn through. First stitch completed. Continue inserting into the left stitch. Pull the yarn through. Second stitch completed. Finally yarn over and draw through all loops in once. The single crochet decrease is done. Continue crocheting according to the pattern chart afterward. You can compare the height with the back body while crocheting. The final height should be roughly the same. Pay attention to changing stitch techniques on the right side, for the shoulder part sloping in the last few rows. Finally cut the yarn. Finish it up. That concludes the crocheting for the left front piece. Next we'll learn the right front piece. We will start from foundation chain, working back and forth in rows. Decrease stitches under the left armhole. Several new stitch techniques will be used. All are marked on the chart, so I won't list them one by one here. Please watch my demonstration of the specific crocheting method, starting chain and row 1. The crocheting method is similar to the left front piece. The swatch has already been completed. Stitch count is random. Here we consider the side with clearer texture as the right side of the piece. Here I'll continue using the vest as an example. For the cardigan, please follow the pattern chart. Next work row 2. First make 3 beginning chains. Turn the work. Work a back post double crochet in the left side double crochet. Continue to correspondingly make 2 double crochets. Pay attention to skip the stitch position corresponding to the chain. Continue to refer to the pattern, alternate crocheting back post double crochets and 2 double crochets. After completing the back post double crochets, you can check the quantity. The swatch here has random quantity. Next, work 6 double crochets. Below is the right side up front post double crochets, 2 stitch crossing. Abbreviated as right side up skip stitch crossing later. Here on the wrong side, first skip 3 stitches. Correspondingly make 2 back post double crochets. When crocheting, mindful to enlarge the loop. After completing, work 1 chain between them. Then in the skip 3 stitches. On the right side 2 stitches. Correspondingly make 2 back post double crochets. Pay attention to insert the hook from the front of previous BPDC. After completing, turn to the right side to check. It shows the texture of right side up skip stitch crossing. The 2 stitches crocheted on the right side are on top, forming such gaps. Right side up skip stitch crossing done. Continue to correspondingly make 6 double crochets. Mindful not to work into the chain corresponding stitches. After completing, work 1 back post double crochet. 2 double crochets. Row 2 completed. Continue to row 3. Make 3 beginning chains. Turn the work. Work 1 double crochet on the left stitch. Work front post double crochet on the chain stitch of previous row. Continue correspondingly make 5 double crochets. Move on to 1. Pucker front post double crochet, 2 stitches with left side up crossing. Abbreviated as left side up crossing stitch later. Skip 1 stitch. Pick up left side 2 chain stitches. Correspondingly make 2 front post double crochets. Then pick up the skipped stitch from behind. Work 1 double crochet. Left side up crossing stitch completed. Continue with 1 chain. Work 1. Pucker front post double crochet, 2 stitches with right side up crossing. Abbreviated as right side up crossing stitch later. Skip the chain and left side 2 stitches. Work 1 double crochet. Then in front. Pick up the skip 2 chain stitches underneath. Correspondingly make 2 front post double crochets. Right side up crossing stitch completed. Continue with 5 double crochets. Work front post double crochet at chain position. Correspondingly make double crochet on double crochet. Finish this row. One DC in the turning chain. Row 3 is completed. Move on to row 4. Chain 3 as beginning chains. Turn the work. Start crocheting according to the method of row 2. After finishing the chain position, continue correspondingly making 4 double crochets. Below is the symbol for right side up crossing stitch. This is the wrong side. Pick up the chain from the previous row. Correspondingly make 2 back post double crochets. Then pick up the skipped stitch in front. Work 1 double crochet. You can turn it over to check. The texture matches the chart, forming continuous texture with the crossing stitch below. Right side up crossing stitch is done. Continue with 1 chain stitch. Pick up the chain space below and work 1 double crochet. 1 chain stitch. Below is the left side up crossing stitch symbol. Skip 3 stitches. Work 1 double crochet. Then from behind, pick up the chain below and correspondingly make 2 back post double crochets. After completing, check the texture on the right side. Left side up crossing stitch is done. Continue with 4 double crochets. One back post double crochet. 2 double crochets. Row 4 is completed. Compare the width with the left front piece. Should be roughly the same. Rows 5 to 6 next. Continue to crochet according to the pattern chart. Pay attention to not messing up the texture on the right side crossing section. Now I'll demonstrate row 7. Make 3 beginning chains. Turn